Gospel reading is from Luke 1, verses 39 through 45. At that time, Mary got ready and hurried to a town to the hill country of Judea, where she entered Zechariah's home and greeted Elizabeth. When Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the baby leaped in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit. In a loud voice she exclaimed, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the child you will bear. But why am I so favored that the mother of my Lord should come to me? As soon as the sound of your greeting reached my ears, the baby in my womb leaped for joy. Blessed is she who has believed that what the Lord has said to her will be accomplished."
The Sunday before Thanksgiving, a preschool Sunday school teacher was trying to share with the kids what Thanksgiving is and is not. And so she was kind of getting them in the role of things. And she says, well, let's see, Thanksgiving, that's the time when we think of nobody but ourselves and only what we want and only what we get and everything we own. And the kids are yelling, no, no, no. And one little boy says, no, that's not Thanksgiving. That's Christmas. That's too late for the semi-obligatory annual anti-commercialization of Christmas sermon because it's too late. But we are at a time to think about how iconoclastic Christmas really is. Iconoclast means literally image breaking. Came from the 700 AD in the Orthodox Church. There was a movement to get rid of all the icons and statues, and we've done that every now and then. You know, it's just too much like idol worship, so they broke the idols, they broke the saints, and they've broken the images, trying to get to God and not get stuck in our little boxes or our little frames or our little statues or our little mental images. Trying to break out of that. And God is constantly being an iconoclastic God because God keeps breaking us out of what's accepted and what is normal and what is expected. So think about Elizabeth and Mary. Here's Elizabeth, an older woman. Shouldn't be able to have a baby, and here she is barren. There's a theme that runs all the way through the Bible from Sarah on. A barren woman, past the age of childbirth, becoming pregnant. Pregnant with possibilities. This is such a great image for a people who lived in a desert world. And you think about the Holy Land, it's mostly rocks and dirt and barren. And yet God keeps breaking in and breaking out, and streams flow through the desert, and springs rise up, and babies are born when there is no hope. God is an iconoclastic God. And then we think about Mary, unwed mother. In a time when women had nothing if they didn't have a husband. Remember Ruth out gleaning the fields? Remember the women who were called prostitutes because they had no other job? They were just by themselves. But Mary did not become a victim. That's what we do today. When things go bad, we have people who pop up being victims. Because the world is turned against them, and they're at the bottom, and they are helpless, and they are hopeless, and they are lost. And so we use this victim image for people who are having a tough time. It's better than ignoring them entirely. But Mary was not a victim because God told her, and she believed God, that the child she was about to have all by herself would be God's son. God is an iconoclast because God breaks the images, the pictures, the ideas we have of what is right and holy in this world. And God comes through in the midst of barrenness and hopelessness and victimization to give us new new hope. And you